You ready to go to war, son? You ready to go to Venezuela? Like the legless dude in Avatar? Hell fucking yeah, brother. Hell yeah, soldier. Because we're sending, what? Fucking 3 U.S. destroyers and 4,000 Marines against 4.5 million Venezuelan militants. Welcome to Vietnam 2, Electric Boogaloo. I'm your host, Chris Valenti, and today is Nightmare Day, which means Trump walks around D.C. with the military and the police fucking rounding up criminals. You think I'm fucking around? I'm not. I don't know if they're gonna give him a vest and a fucking M4. And he's gonna go, and frankly, you look homeless. Bop! Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Let me turn the volume down just a tad bit. I think I'm too loud. So that's going on. Meanwhile, we're just going to war with Venezuela, or illegally, because you need Congress's approval to go to war. However, Trump did sign an executive order a few months back that declared all drug cartels as terrorist organizations, which also includes the Venezuelan government, because Caroline Leavitt said that the Trump regime put a $50 million bounty on Nicolas Maduro, on the head of Nicolas Maduro. Thank you for the $150 donation, Wesley Byrne. Here we go, boyos. All $150 of that donation will be going to bouncing Bettys that will be placed in the Venezuelan jungles.
Defect, GI. Defect, GI. Your government has abandoned you.
Anyway, so that's nuts. And then we're going to watch a little Fox News exclusive into the rigorous training that it takes to become an ICE agent. Let me just close out my job application over here real quick. Did you see that? Have you seen these things? That was a joke. I would never. I'm not a fucking Nazi, but have you seen the advertisements for ICE? America needs you. Join ICE now. Defend the homeland. Join ICE today. America needs you. Join ICE now. Defend your country. Oh, they're not even trying to hide the Nazi symbolism here. Look at this one. See the lightning bolts here? Ass type shit. Looking out to the west, I'm assuming. Rolling up his sleeves, ready for a fight. Gloves off, decorum away, you know. Very Nazi symbolistic. And then this one's one of my favorite ones. Where is it? Ah, look at it. Look at this one. Where's I want to see it like zoomed in. Let me see it zoomed in. I think this one's even bigger. No age gap. Join ICE.gov. Some little father-son bonding. So, you know, just in case you and your dad are both pathetic Nazis, you guys can fucking go out there and beat up Browns together. Sounds like a great day in Alabama. Sounds like a fucking Tuesday. So let me show you a couple things here. Let's start with the Associated Press. U.S. destroyers head toward waters off Venezuela as Trump aims to pressure drug cartels. The United States is deploying 3 Aegis-guided missile destroyers to the waters off Venezuela as part of President Donald Trump's effort to combat threats from Latin American drug cartels, according to a U.S. official briefed on the planning. Yeah, we're just trying to fuck with the cartel, bro. It's got nothing to do with the gold and oil in Venezuela. It's got nothing to do with the failed coup d'etat known as Operation Gideon that Trump tried in 2020. Oh, I promise This has to do with the drug cartels. It has nothing to do with oil. The USS Gravely, the USS Jason Dunham, and the USS Sampson are expected to arrive soon, said the official, who was not authorized to comment and spoke Tuesday on the condition of anonymity. A Defense Department official confirmed that the military assets have been assigned to the region in support of counter-narcotics efforts. The official, who was not authorized to comment about military planning, said the vessels would be deployed, quote, over the course of several months. Hey, GI, you ready to go to war in Venezuela? Because while I'm sitting here fucking your wife, why don't you go over to Venezuela and fight against the cartels to defend my freedoms? Semper Fi. The the deployment of U.S. destroyers and personnel comes as Trump has pushed for using the U.S. military to thwart cartels he blames for the flow of fentanyl and other illicit drugs into American communities and for perpetuating violence in some U.S. cities. Trump has also pressed Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum to cooperate more on security than her predecessor, specifically being more aggressive in pursuit of Mexico's cartels. But she has drawn a clear line when it comes to Mexico's sovereignty, rejecting suggestions by Trump and others of intervention by the U.S. military. So this is important. Venezuela is phase one, okay? Because Trump can get away with invading Venezuela. They're an ocean away, essentially. I mean, Mexico's our southern border. You know, that's one of our only border neighbors. And that one he's going to have to gear us up with. He's going to have to lube us up a little bit, get us used to a couple of months of war in a jungle in Venezuela before we go and deploy our troops into Mexico. So, again, GI. Fun in Mexico. Trump in February designated Venezuela's Tren de Aragua, MS-13 in El Salvador, and 6 groups based in Mexico as foreign terrorist organizations. His Republican administration has also stepped up immigration enforcement against alleged gang members. The frames, fuck you. The designation is normally reserved for groups like Al-Qaeda or the Islamic State group that use violence for political ends. Not for money-focused crime rings, such as the Latin American cartels. And also, this is important. I don't like the cartel. But the cartel is not using violence as a way to influence politics in America. They're not a terrorist organization. They're a business. They're in the business of making money. That's why they sell drugs. That's why they human traffic. That's why they sell guns. They don't give a fuck about politics. You know who does? Al-Qaeda. You know who does? ISIS. You know who does? Assad. It's Mossad. But, like, for real on God, the reason why Trump designated these drug cartels as terrorist organizations was so that he could fucking fight them without congressional approval. That's the only fucking reason why. Oh, we're going to war? Yeah, bro, would you just wake up? Anyway, the Trump regime argues the international connections and operations of the group, including drug trafficking, migrant smuggling, and violent pushes to extend their territory, warrant the designation. I don't give a fuck. Yo, am I crazy for not giving a fuck about Venezuela? And I don't mean like, oh, the people of Venezuela, like, I don't really care if they live or die. No, that's not my point. My point is, why are we going to Venezuela for their fucking problems? Can't we just lock this shit down here? Can't we just lock it down a little bit? Can't we figure it out here? You know? Why do we have to send our boys to go fight and die in a sweltering jungle? And then some dumbass is going to go, don't you know that our boys are trained to fight in the jungle? Don't you know that their boys were raised in that jungle? You dumb fuck. Valenti hat sich nicht selbst getötet bald. I don't know what the fuck that means. Anyway. I want to remind you about Operation Gideon here, 2020. Operation Gideon was an unsuccessful attempt by the active coalition of Venezuela International Reserve, but this is also the United States, Venezuelan dissidents, and a private security firm, Jordan Goudreau's Silver Corp USA. So when Trump was a president, he didn't even have the balls to just like blatantly try a coup d'etat in Venezuela because he didn't like Maduro. What he did was he hired a fucking mercenary group to do it, and that mercenary group failed fucking miserably. So, the plan was for expat Venezuelan former military personnel living in Colombia to enter the country by boat, take control of an airfield, capture Maduro and other people, and then expel them from the country. And yeah, it fucking failed miserably. Look at these two fucking goofy-ass American mercs. These are American mercenaries. Look at you, dumb fuck. Look at Maduro holding up their passports like, you dumb fucks. Like, yeah, gotchas. And this is entirely orchestrated by the Trump regime, and it failed miserably. So now they're just going in again. And don't forget, Caroline No Lip Levitt said during a press conference the other day, she said, we're putting a $50 million bounty on Nicolas Maduro. And then you got the balls to bitch and moan when the Iranians do the same thing to Trump. Shut the fuck up. All right, now get this. Look at this. Moving on. Trump says he's going to join the police and the military on D.C. streets tonight. Even here, I'll let you hear it.
I'm not going to keep it a secret, but I'm going to go. You're the only one that knows. You and your lots of listeners. You have a great show. You have a very successful show, by the way, in case you haven't heard.
First of all, no one knows who Todd Starnes is. Does anybody in this chat, has anyone ever heard of Todd Starnes? Never in a million fucking years have I heard that fucking name.
But I'm going to be going out tonight, I think, with the police,
Gestapo.
and with the military, of course. So we're going to do a job. The National Guard is great. They've done a fantastic job.
Brother's doing a fucking photo op. Like, they're going to give Fatty McOrange Tits a goddamn rifle and some armor. He's going to go, I'm going to go get some bad guys. And he's just going to fucking shoot a black kid. Like, that's verbatim. That's verbatim what's going to fucking happen. But let's read this story a little bit. President Donald Trump said he will join law enforcement officials on D.C. streets on Thursday. I'm going to be going out tonight with the police and with the military. Trump said in an interview with talk show host Todd Starnes. The White House and the administration of D.C. Mayor Muriel Lee Bowser declined to comment on the president's plan. ADC police spokesperson said they didn't have any additional information. Earlier this month, Trump ordered a federal takeover of D.C. police. We already know that. But, I mean, yeah, so maybe we'll get some photos or some videos of Trump going around tonight acting like a fucking dipshit. Gonna make for a crazy photo op. Now, I want to show you one other thing, which is that Fox News got, like, an insider at ICE's rigorous training program. And we're gonna watch this together. It's so fucking goofy.
McAdams got to take part in it. She's joining us live from Brunswick, Georgia. Alexis, I've seen your clips. I'm jealous. How was it?
Oh, yeah, man. I'm so jealous of the Hitler Youth program.
And Bill, I was going to say, if it's up anyone's alley, this is right up your alley. But since you're on the anchor desk, I'm out here in Brunswick, Georgia. And the question for people at home as ICE ramps up their recruitment efforts and tries to get as many people as possible, right, is where do
they're literally trying so fucking hard. They're so desperate to get people to join ICE. And this is why, I've been telling you for a dog's age now. This isn't like federal agents, bro. These are volunteers. These are like 19, 20-year-old kids. They're also like, some of them are like 60-year-old men. Like, they're doing this shit for the love of the game, dog. And they don't have like requirements. They don't have like physical requirements or mental requirements.
Recruits go, well, that would be here to this training facility. So this is just one of the obstacle courses that Fox was able to check out. And it's not just physical as well as mental training. You can see here on the course, but it's also out there in the gun range. And we hit that gun range and the shooting range with acting ICE director Todd Lyons.
Oh, time for a little bit of gun porn. We love guns. We love guns. We love guns. Hey, let me explain something to you. I'm a gun owner, but you don't see me going around fucking stroking my gun off like it's a goddamn dick. It's a fucking weapon.
Let's watch. All right, so Todd Lyons tells me ICE is really
This fucking guy just clocked out of his 9 to 5 as a fucking attorney. Goes, all right, time to go to ICE training. Time to go to ICE training.
working hard to recruit those new agents with more than 100,000 applicants, really hitting the streets here and trying to get prepared.
100,000 applicants. Didn't Trump, dude, wasn't part of Project 2025 Trump literally making a 100,000 strong private paramilitary force? Wasn't that literally in Project 2025?
They've got 100,000 applications and counting since the beginning of the Trump administration. And also, ICE says right now about 4 in 10 applicants have military or law enforcement experience. They're seeing more people sign up after offering $50,000 bonuses, and they even
Yeah. You make such a dog shit country where everybody's so fucking desperate for money. Yeah, a whole bunch of desperate racists are going to sign up for a $50,000 bonus.
drop the minimum age requirement, but they're not taking anybody. That's their message. Despite some pushback from local governments and advocacy groups that we've seen across the country, ICE says we're just trying to keep our country safe.
Fuck off.
If they're worried about signing up because of the pushback, you know, and people are going to think something different of them, think that they're doing something wrong, what would you tell them?
They're Nazis. Look, you're going to tell me that this motherfucker isn't a Nazi? He looks like Hitler. He looks is that Hitler? Chat, is that fucking Hitler? Am I going crazy, bro? Am I going fucking crazy? That's Hitler.
Position. It's a great position. I think the tide's turning. The American public is really seeing what we do for the community.
So the recruits have to complete mini tests, as I mentioned. We came out, Bill, to kind of film this and see some of the recruits in action. They said, hey, you and your Converse can go hit the obstacle course yourself. So we tried to do that. You can see it here, what we hit as well. And you can check it.
Why are they all dead? You know what? This probably is realistic training for ICE. They're like, all right, fellas, here's what we're going to do. We got to go into this Walmart, and there's 15 Latinos, all right? Now, for this training mission, I want you to shoot all 15 of them to death.
On your screen, watch. We're going to do the obstacle course to see what it takes to be an ICE agent. So let's see if we can do it.
What does it take to be an ICE agent, sweetheart? Go. Where's the hustle? Where's the hustle, sweetheart? This is pathetic. This is really good, though. Like, this is exactly probably how it goes. You got this, brother. You got this, brother. Yeah, crawl.
All right, so there's a little taste. We'll show you some more throughout the day, but it's not.
What the fuck? That the ice training? That's what we're putting the ice training? That the ice training? A fucking jungle gym? A jungle gym.
Easy. As we said, there's so much kind of negative comments that come from different sanctuary cities and people across the country.
Oh, yeah, from sanctuary cities. Yeah. No, you mean because we call them the Gestapo? You mean because we call them Trump agents? The tactical response, unreliable, midget patrol. The Trump agents. Tactical response, unreliable midget patrol.
Not everybody's happy about ICE is doing, but Director Lyons, Bill, told me that he's proud of what he's done. He's been here for almost 20 years with ICE, and he thinks those new recruits are going to do a great job. So we'll keep an eye on it, Bill.
You're going to do great. You guys are going to do great. Dude, I wish that they showed them like that. You know what they probably do at ICE training? That you got your gun up, right? And they have like targets that pop up. And they're either Latino or white. It's either a Latino or a white lady holding a baby. And your job is to, like, only shoot the Browns, you know? Like, guaranteed, that's part of it.
And Alexis, I got a few texts from my contacts yesterday telling me you killed it out there on that obstacle course and all the training.
They lied.
So don't get too good. We don't want you to take them from us, or them to take you from us.
I know, that's true. I will.
Good to see you, Alexis, live in Georgia.
Yeah, great to see you, Alexis. Yeah, thanks for doing propaganda for the fucking Nazis. Hell yeah, Alexis. Anyway, that's all I got for you. If you're here live, you stay. We're going to keep the live stream going for a little bit. If you're watching this pre-recorded, thank you very much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It costs you nothing, and it helps me immensely. Do me one last favor. Click that video over there. It's a banger, and I